Welcome dear students. We are doing our 8th chapter, which is body movements. We have discussed about the different joints, about skeleton. Now today it's time to discuss about animals. We have some animals and how these animals move. We will discuss in this video today. Okay, now at first we have earthworm. You can see here, you can see in your screen, this is a earthworm. And the body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. You can see here many rings joined end to end. Okay, so the body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. Number 2 point and very important point, it does not have bones. Earthworm does not have bones. Number 3, it has muscles which helps to extend and shorten the body. It has muscles, okay, which help it to extend and shorten the body. Definitely you have seen earthworm, and these earthworm is very important for soil also, because they eat soil and they throw away the undigested part of the material that it eats. This activity of an earthworm makes the soil more useful for plants. You know this point, I know this thing. Okay, so you should know about earthworm. A very important point, it is made up of many rings joined end to end, and it does not have any bones. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten the body. Okay, during movements the earthworm first extends the front part of the body, keeping the rear portion fixed to the ground. Then it fixes the front end and releases the rear end. It then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. This makes it move forward by a small distance. Repeating such muscles expansion and contraction, the earthworm can move through soil. And very important point, it its body secretes a slimy substance. Okay, this slimy substance is helps to movement. You should know this point. It has a large number of tiny bristles also. Okay, tiny bristles, and these bristles are connected with muscles, and the bristles helps to get a good grip on the ground, and by this way it can move. Earthworm can move. Got it my point? The body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end, and it does not have bones. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten the body. And I also discussed about how to move. Its body secretes a slimy substance which is helpful to movement, and the bristles are also connected with its muscles, and so these bristles helps to get a good grip on the ground. Okay, now we have another animal which is snail. Okay, dear student, you can observe this is a snail. I think you observe a snail in your garden or in your field, in your home, wherever you go. Definitely you have seen this is a snail, and you can see the structure of snail. This part and this part. There are two parts in this snail. Okay, you should know also one thing. It has no bones. Okay, it has a slimy body and which does not have any bones. This part, this is called, this part you can see, this is called head of the snail. Okay, this part you can see here, this part is called the cell. Okay, this part is called the cell, and it is the outer skeleton of the snail. But very important point, it is also not made up of bones. The cell is single unit. This cell is single unit, and this part doesn't help in moving from place to place. It has to be tracked. Okay, this part is really important. The foot of the snail, we call it foot. This foot of the snail is thick structure and is made up of strong muscles. A muscular organ called foot. Okay, this muscular organ is called foot, and it move from one place to another place, which is called locomotion also, which is called locomotion. So you observed it. Okay, place the snail on a glass plate and watch it. When it starts moving, carefully lift the glass plate and along with the snail over your head, observe its movements. Okay, a thick structure and the head of the snail may come out of an opening in the sand. The thick structure is its foot, made of strong muscles. This is important thing. Okay, now we have another animal. We discussed about earthworm and we also discussed about snail. Okay, you have to remember two things about snail. There are two parts. One part is called cell and second part is called foot. Okay, and snail which is not made up of bones. This is outer skeleton of the snail. Okay, it is not made up of cells and it does not help in moving. It has to be dragged alone. Okay, now we have another animal which is cockroach. We know about cockroach, we observe it. It walk and climb as well as fly in the air. We know this thing. And it has three pairs of legs. These helps in walking. The body is covered with a hard outer skeleton. This outer skeleton is made up of number of plates joined together and that permits movement. There are two pairs of wings attached to the body behind head. The cockroach have distinct muscles. Those near the leg move the legs for the walking. The body muscles move the wings when the cockroach fly. We know about cockroach. We have seen cockroach in our home number of times. It can walk, it can fly in the air, it can climb in a wall. Okay, it has three pairs of legs. Three pairs, you know about three pairs, total six legs, three pairs of legs, and it has a outer skeleton. This is made up of plates. Okay, there are plates joined together, and these plates permits movements. Now let's discuss about birds. Okay, as we know that birds fly in the air and walk on the ground, and we have some other birds like ducks and swans. They also swim in water. Okay, the very important point that their bones are hollow and light. This is important point. Okay, their bones are hollow and light. Light, you know about hollow, khokhla, and light. These are very light means halka. Okay, and the bones of the hind limbs are typical for walking and perching. The bony parts of the forelimbs are modified as wings. So this is important thing, and you can see diagram of bird, skeleton of bird. The shoulder bones are strong. The breast bones are modified to hold muscles of flight, which are used to move the wings up and down. Okay, so this is all about bird. Now we have last one. Lastly, we will discuss about fish. Okay, firstly, they are having streamlined shape that helps in locomotion. Fishes, okay. Fishes swim by forming loops alternately on two sides of the body. Fishes also have other fins on their body which mainly help to keep the balance of the body and to keep direction while swimming. Okay, okay, this is important point that I talked about streamlined shape. They are having streamlined shape. You can see the shape of fish. Okay, you have one example here. You can notice there are we have a paper boat and we put it into water, and when we push it with one narrow end and pointing forward, it moves easily. Now we do different thing. Okay, we place water. Now hold the boat sideways and push it into the water from the broad side. You will observe that it's not moving. Just like that. Okay, the shape of fish, the head and tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the body. The body tapers at both ends. This body shape is called streamlined shape. That's why I'm saying that they are having streamlined shape that helps in locomotion. Streamlined shape means the head and tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the body. Okay, the shape is such that water can flow around it easily and allow the fish to move in water. The skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail part swings towards the opposite side. The fish forms a curve, as you can see in this example. Okay, this diagram, movement of fish, it the fish forms a curve, then quickly the body and tail curve to other side. Okay, like that. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail part swings toward the opposite side, and then quickly the body and tail curve to other side. This makes a jerk and push the body forward. A series of such jerks make the fish swim ahead. This is helped by the fins of the tail. So this is important thing. Now we have another example also here, that is snakes.
And that is very
Okay, dear
different.
students, in this one you can see that snakes have a long backbone. They have many thin muscles. They are connected to each other even though they are far from one another. Muscles also interconnect the backbone, ribs and skin. The snake's body curves into many loops. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loops give it this push, the snake moves forward very fast and not in a straight line. Okay, so snake has you can see the diagram of snake. Okay, it forms curve. It moves like it pushes every time, like that. Okay, then we have discussed about in this video, dear students, about earthworm, snail, cockroach, fish, and snake. Okay, these are some important animals. There are a number of animals, and we will study deeply about these animals in our next classes. Okay, how do they move, and what is the combination of their bones and all. That's all for today, dear students.